You know, money is the root of all evil, and it's not. Money is not the root of all evil. In fact, money can be used for a lot of good.
It's how the rich stay rich.
You can literally make millions overnight. You have to change up your mindset. You have to change up your way how you... Life isn't going to give you anything.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Social Script Solutions podcast. I'm Viliam Lane, and we're here today with Theo. How are you?
Good, thanks. Nice to be here as always. And today we're going to talk to you about the power of money.
Yeah.
Why you should have it and why you don't have it.
Why you're poor and how to fix it.
Yeah.
So, I think our first topic should be money isn't evil, ignorance is. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people they like to use that. Money is the root of all evil, and it's not. Money is not the root of all evil. In fact, money can be used for a lot of good. You just have to know how to use it, and not let money consume you. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. But the thing is, a lot of people come out with the saying that, wanting money is evil. No, it's not. And the people that say that, they're poor. They don't have money. It's mostly the guys that, they look at other people and they say, oh, but this guy has a lot of money, but he's not happy. It's like, dude, you don't have any money and you're not happy. What do you mean? So clearly it's not the money.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot. There was this one guy driving a Lambo, and everything was fine. The other guy that was rich was complimenting him, saying, yeah, he also wants a version like this and what. Then another guy came, and I think it was a girl.
It
was a lady, and she said, it's a nice car. He was like, wow, thanks. But then she said, yeah, just too bad it's illegal because it doesn't have a number plate on, because it was a brand new car, so it won't have a license plate already. And then what all he said, and that stuck with me, is like, she didn't have to make herself feel better by making me feel worse. There's nothing wrong with the car, there's nothing wrong with life, there's nothing wrong with anything about the money. But because she doesn't have it, she has to leave that comment.
Yeah, she has to justify it in her mind as to why she doesn't have that. And a lot of people do that. They they try to justify where they're at in life. Where you're at in life is because of your own decisions, it's because of the own choices you've made, it's because of the path that you took. That guy that has a Lambo, he took a different life path. A lot of them actually didn't achieve it legally, but there are a lot that did. There are a lot that put in the hours, put in the work, got through it, made themselves wealthy.
Yes, there's more people doing it legally than doing it illegally.
True, definitely.
And the guys doing it illegally, they're doing it illegally because every dime they make, they have to spend it immediately. Where the guys that make it legally, they can show you the money in the bank, they can show you the ways they get it. So, you can easily see when money is fake or when money is...
I think it
evil.
gets back to whether it's legal or illegal. There are a lot of people that never venture into that realm at all because of the way they've been brought up, the way they've been taught, the misconceptions they've had about money their entire lives, where, yet again, it gets back to that saying of the money's the root of all evil. No. Money is not the root of all evil. It's a lot of people get tempted when they've got money because now they can have access to all these other things.
Yes.
But it's not money that's causing that. That's their hearts. That's their hearts that are corrupt. Yeah. And I think if they get their hearts right, it doesn't matter any amount of money they have, they're going to spend it wisely.
I also think like the problem isn't the money. The moment you demonize something, you'll never achieve it. So the moment you demonize people with lots of money, you'll never be a person with lots of money. I've also just seen that a lot of people don't even know financial literacy. Luke Belmore said it really, really well. He said that today, in the olden days, the peasants couldn't read the Bible. So the only way for a peasant to have known the Bible was to go to church. So they were basically living word on whatever this preacher was telling them. He could have lied. They had no way of reading the Bible. And today I feel it's the same way, just now it's financially.
It is.
I spoke with someone now today the other day, and I told them, we've figured out our gross profit is going to be this, and then we'll probably walk away with this much net profit. He was like, "What the hell's that?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "No, what's gross profit?" I'm like, it's my total profit. He's like, "Well, why are you counting net profit if you have gross profit? Because that's your total profit." I said, "Yeah, but there's still expenses.
You still have expenses.
And then after expenses, you have net profit. That's what I walk away with. That's actually what the company makes." And he's like, "Why don't you say what you make and what you're taking from it?" I'm like, "Because that's not the words." So I really think our biggest problem in today's generation, and I really think in the world today, is just financial illiteracy. Yes, I think this next topic is a really good one. It's how the rich stay rich. It's actually a really cool one. I think Robert Kiyosaki, really tackles this one directly just by saying that the people with low money just buy depreciating assets, or not depreciating assets but liabilities, where the rich buy assets that just keep printing money.
Yeah, and they invest their money wisely. They don't buy something that's gonna at the end of the day make them poor. They buy something that's gonna make them richer. Yes. And the thing is, how the rich stay rich is because since they've already got this wealth, reinvesting it to make more wealth, they're making more. But the poor guy goes and he gets 200,000 rand. Now he's like, cool, now I can party, now I can buy this, now I can buy that. At the end of the day, he ends up with no money. That's why you see so many people that win the lottery go broke. Because at the end of the day, they're like, I don't have to work, I don't have to do anything, I can just waste my money. And that's not the mindset of the rich. The mindset of the rich is, okay, I've got this amount. How can I reinvest it? How can I use this money to make more money? And that's just why they're leagues ahead. And they're talking about this gap between the poor and the rich. And that gap's just getting bigger and bigger. Reason for that being is the poor keep spending and the rich keep investing.
Yeah, it's not that the poor can't get rich.
Not at all.
But I do think it's going to be harder for the first generation to do it. Obviously, the second generation will then have the first generation's wealth to just keep building on it.
Definitely, but don't make this mistake. Don't think where you're at now that you can't be rich.
No, you
don't
can.
think that we're in a time where the time frame for getting rich, the time frame for making it big has passed. It is not.
No.
In fact, I believe that this day and age, the time we're living in now, is the perfect opportunity to make millions, to become a millionaire, to become a billionaire if you do it right. And there's never been another time like today. There's never been another time where you have had access to everyone on earth, that you'd be able to ship out a product to anyone on earth, anywhere, and invest in such a way where you can hit it big the one day. I mean, if you just make the right investment, if you just find the right trend to follow in investing, you can literally make millions overnight.
Yes, but I do think, just don't hop on the trend. I think me and you had a discussion about this a bit earlier about, there's no secret.
There's no hack.
There's no hack. You get all these poor people. I'm telling the truth now because we were there. You think it's just one hack. They know something we don't know. Yeah, it's called hard work. It's called hard work. There's nothing else. And it just irritates me when people come to me and they say, if we just do this differently. I'm like, yes, you can do it differently, but don't stop working. We had a discussion, and it was, if you want to, maybe we should stop with this and just learn a bit more. And I was like, okay, why don't we just keep doing it while we're learning and get better while we're learning? Because now we're getting the experience and we're getting the learning.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you want to take a step back
and that's fine.
See the big picture.
Yeah, taking a step back is fine.
But a lot of things that you do, you got to just push through it. You're gonna grow through the process.
Yes.
So I think that's one thing that we had a discussion about is just going through the motion, just putting in the work, learning while you're in the battle.
Yeah, I think Alex Monty said it the best. Is like, you're in a company and you have something called uninformed optimism, and then you have informed pessimism, then you have the pit of despair, then you have informed pessimism where you're basically then you have informed optimism. So and then after that you got success. So the big thing is when you're starting something new, you're like, oh, this is gonna be the one hour, and then you're like, man, this is really freaking rough.
Yeah.
This is like, then you fall into the pit of despair. The pit of despair is the exact point we just push through. Nothing's gonna feel right. You're just gonna keep getting no's. No one's gonna like you.
Yeah.
But that's when you just keep pushing.
Yeah, that's where most people fail. They get the rejection, they get the no's, they get the bad feelings, and they're like, okay, this is not for me, I'm gonna give up. But that's the part where you have to push through. That's where you have to go through. You have to go through the difficult times. Why? Because the difficult times are what shape you. The difficult times are what allows you to grow as a person, to grow in your business, to grow your company. If it was airy fairy and you were good all the time, you never had to learn any lessons. If the tough times come, your company's gonna collapse immediately.
Yeah, I also think like people don't always understand why a business owner is the way he is. You know, I've worked for a lot of people before I started my own business, and I think what people don't understand is that the man you need to become to run a business is different. I don't mean like you have to be this guy shouting on everybody. Now, I believe if I hire a professional, I don't have to tell him every freaking 5 minutes how to do his job. But obviously, if I don't see that there's growth, that's when I have a chat with him. And obviously, once a week, you have to ask the question, what you like about last week? What are you doing this week? That's leading. Leading is not a boss. A boss just tells you what to do and keeps breathing down your neck. A leader lets you have the space to work, to operate. It's your space. But then obviously just asks you a few questions.
But that's the thing, it's been proven in so many companies where if you actually treat your employees like human beings, if you actually go to the person, you have a decent discussion with them, and you're not just like, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. That's not the way to talk to people. I don't get home, talk to Viliam and be like, listen, I don't like you, you're not doing this, you what, and I keep hammering on him about what he's doing wrong, and I never mention anything about what he's doing right. No one's going to stand for that. No one's going to want to listen to that every single day. You're not going to make them put in the effort. In fact, I've seen in some companies where employees, where if you correct them and you'll be like, listen, you did this wrong, they'll listen. Cool. But now you go and do it the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You know, a week later, when you're telling that employee, listen, you did this wrong, they're just like, oh, okay, it's another day, another something I did wrong. And they stop listening. So you're not getting any improvement out of that. You have to change up your mindset. You have to change up your way how you're communicating with them. Like I've said, a lot of companies, what they do is they actually go to that person. They're like, oh, listen, you did this great. Cool. We want to try and change this. Can you work with us? You know, they speak to them as human beings, not just as robotic slaves that have to do everything perfectly.
We believe if we hire something, we believe we're hiring professionals.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it. If I don't see the performance, obviously we'll have a few chats. After a few chats, if you're not improving, you have to go.
I think that gets back to the point of like, what did they bring to the table when you hired them? If you're hiring them as an intern, you got to expect this guy's going to have to learn a lot. If you're hiring them as a professional, you have to expect, listen, this guy has to know his story.
Yeah, like if you're hiring an intern, that's different because the intern's going to follow you wherever you go. And obviously, if he's going to learn someone else's job, he's going to have to follow that guy 24/7 to learn how to do with that guy.
No, definitely.
But I do feel that's what people don't these days understand. But back on our topic at hand, I just think that when it comes back to money and when it comes back to why the rich stay rich, it just comes back down to assets. But it also comes down to the way they think. They keep improving themselves. They never stay complacent. I mean, a lot of controversy, but Andrew Tate, he keeps learning. Even though he's like the one person you wouldn't think would keep it, he keeps learning. You know, he started his own Bitcoin, digital currency. He started his own digital called Daddy, which I found hilarious.
The Daddy coin. That's hilarious.
I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
And just the thing is, and found out how to make it immediately go viral. And not just go viral, get a month, just increase in value overnight. And the thing is, that's because he knows how the market works. He just keeps learning, keeps implementing, keeps changing. And I mean, if I can work as hard as Andrew Tate one day, then that's a different story because that man just sits in front of his laptop.
Yeah, I mean, you can't knock the fact of the hard work he is. A lot of controversy around the man, a lot of bad stories, I mean, can go on and on about that, but the thing is, like, his work ethic is insane.
Yeah.
You see him, he's out at parties, everyone's dancing, and he's focusing on work. He's like, listen, I can't be here. I need to focus
But it's happened a lot.
on getting the money.
The one time he said he can't sleep, and I really feel the same way. Is that you would get up, and then once he starts thinking about one thing, he's awake, because now he's thinking about the business, he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
And when I actually I had a nightmare. Like, I just woke up, and when I woke up, I immediately started thinking, oh, how's the Instagram doing? Oh, how's this doing? I couldn't sleep.
It's like your mind instantly bounces back to your business.
Yes, yeah.
And that's the fun thing about being an entrepreneur. Yeah,
Sure.
tongue slip there. But it's your mind always goes back to your business. Once you're so ingrained in it, once you're focusing, like every day you're putting in the work,
every single day.
If you're out with friends, you're thinking about your business. Now, you could be that type of guy that's just like, oh, cut it off, it's work, I'll think about it later. Or you can be the type of guy like, listen, this is my way out of the rat race. Yeah. This is my way for my future, for my family, that I need to focus on.
It's not
then it becomes something that doesn't leave your mind.
Doesn't leave your mind. And I think also people just think like it just gets hard. But that's another reason why people stay rich. They just don't give up. They don't care what other people have to say. And also, we don't care what other people have to say. You know? Yeah. If you don't want my product or service, don't speak to me.
Great. Just to give an example, starting with cold calling, you get rejected so much.
I think in 2 hours you get rejected like 30 or 40 times.
Yeah, and in the beginning it was horrible. You know, constantly hearing no, not interested. Why are you phoning me? F you.
Yeah,
it's not nice hearing that stuff. Eventually you get to a point where you're like, oh, okay, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my business. I need my business to grow. Cool, let's go. Yeah. The next 10 people that say no, you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Guess they weren't the client. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's just, it can end badly as well. I had this one guy, I'm talking like, hi, yeah, it's Viliam from Social Group Solutions. How's it going? He's like, hi. I was like, okay, I'm going to be honest, this is a cold call. So you can only give me 30 minutes, you can just hang up. He's like, yeah, I can feel it's a cold call. Because you didn't ask my name. I'm like, I didn't ask for your name. And then he just hung up. He didn't even give me a chance.
It's funny. You can see a lot of those people that we phoned. You talk to them. You're like, hi, Theo. What's your name? Can I speak to you? What? And they're just like, no. What do you want? Like, dude, let's just have a bit of a conversation.
Yeah, it's really rough.
It is.
So, guys, if I think at the end of the day, just why are you guys still there? I believe the final topic we're going to talk about is just your mindset. You guys really have to get out of this mindset around, oh, it's not me, it's my parents. Oh, it's not me, it's the way I've been brought up.
Worst mindset you can be in is
I don't have enough money to start a business. Dude, I started my business with nothing. We sometimes you just don't make anything.
Yeah.
The hard part is it's going to be late nights, early mornings, it's going to be rough nights, it's going to be sometimes you're just broke, you're in a minus, and you're sitting in your room and
you have to figure out how to feed your business.
Yeah,
it's literally like having a child, and now you got to feed this child. You got to figure out how's it going to survive, how's it going to go to school. You got to figure out all these things to make your business thrive. And a lot of people give up. A lot of people are just like, it's too much. I'll stay in the 9 to 5, but it's worth it. Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
No, we had a friend. He was doing everything that we were gymming. 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym, gymming. At 5 or just before 6, we would come back home. I would then go to work. It was a rough story, but him, that guy, I had one rough chat with him, and he basically just stopped talking to us.
A lot of people, they're not meant for that mindset. A lot of people are just meant to be workers, and take it as you want. That's the truth. A lot of people don't want to get up early in the morning, go work. They don't want to come home at night, keep working. A lot of people are like, oh, listen, I work from 6 in the morning till 8 o'clock, till 5 o'clock at night, and I get home and I want to sit on my phone and scroll reels.
But if I get home, I'm like, I have so much to do.
You get home and you're like...
Sometimes I forget about my phone and so I'm like, it's just I got to message these people before I go to bed. And, sometimes it's rough, guys. You get at home, you've had an entire 9 to 5 day, you get home, and you just hop on your laptop and keep working. It's a different mindset. And when you're calling people in like New York, Miami, Texas.
And it's abnormal.
Yeah.
It definitely is abnormal because a lot of people that I speak to, when I tell them, oh, they ask me, what do you do after you get home? I'm like, when I get home, I work. And they're like, so after work, you go home to work? And I'm like, yeah, I've got a business. I need to grow a business. And they're like, I don't understand how.
Yes, I've spoken
What do you
to this
mean how?
one guy, it's the IT guy. Man, I still love the guy to bits. But I think like, I just came one day now, I'm not going to speak anymore. You just got these people that you speak to that you just know they're going to fall out of your life eventually. No matter what you do, you can fight for it, something can happen. And I spoke to this guy and I was like, he's like, what do I do in my free time? I'm like, I work. He's like, what do you mean you work in your free time? Like, build or... No, I sit in front of my laptop and I work the entire weekend away. I work the nights away. He's like, Willem, you gotta enjoy life. I'm like, I am enjoying life.
That's yet again, it comes back to the mindset. If you're there, if you just want to take from life isn't going to give you anything.
Yeah,
but if you give, if you put in the effort, if you put in the work, life's just going to be like, yes, this guy deserves it. I think let's stop it there for now. Yeah. But to get back to it, your mindset really does matter. And if you're going to be in a place where you're like, oh no, I just expect everything, it's not going to be given to you. Life is only giving when you give. It comes back to that saying of what you put in, you get out.
There's actually a study now why people say they see that the more millionaires and billionaires give away, the more they get back. And it's a phenomenon that they can't explain. But they just realize that the more they give away, the more they are obtaining. I mean, look at Imam Ghazi. He started giving a little while ago. Now he's giving, he's building schools. He's just giving. Sometimes he won't even tell his colleagues where he's going. He just tells everyone to hop on a jet and then they're going to a place to basically help people, help feed people. They buy all the food, they buy all the stuff, they help carry the stuff into the warehouses. It's a great guy. But what I've realized from studying Imam Ghazi the last few days, well, last few weeks actually, is that all of a sudden, once he started giving more, he got richer. He just like, when he was like, yeah, we got like 40 million, now he's at 60 million. And he's giving a lot of it away. And he's giving a lot of it away to like people around him. He's giving a lot of it away to his subscribers. So at the end of the day, change your mindset about hours of work. Don't think you have to keep everything to yourself. Sometimes you have to be selfish, but be selfish with your time.
Yeah. And if you're willing to change your mind, if you're willing to become that better person, follow us, drop a share, and send this to your friends as well, so they can also get on the mindset. Because truly, if you're not improving yourself daily, you're not going anywhere. No. You're actually moving backwards, because life is moving forward, and you can choose to move forward with life, or you can get left behind.
The thing is, life's just going to keep on. But guys, thank you so much for your time. This has been an awesome podcast. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
TikTok,
Pinterest. Obviously YouTube as well. You guys are watching us on YouTube. Please share us.
Yeah, and go check out our website, www.socialscriptsolutions.com. Will probably be down in the link, so you guys can go check that out as well. But yeah, get on that mindset, guys, and the time is now.
We look forward to hearing your guys' progress in the comments down below. Please leave us where you are at your journey. Where are you guys still working in 9 to 5? Have you just left it for your full-time business? Well, let me know. Please let us know. Let us know if you finally just became a thousandaire or have become a millionaire. We would like to know. Thanks, guys.
Every small step is a step towards something.
Yes, and we did the goal is to build a community of
like-minded
individuals.
Please,
guys, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this video to people just like you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.